Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Today I'm Kenny, aka Meek the Ghost. Today I'm introducing one of my favorite series of all time, the Yakuza series. When this game first came to, when I first found this game, it was on Maui for the PlayStation 2. And this game that I have here is actually a remade version of it called Kiwami, the extreme version, where they added a lot to the game. The great thing about these games is the story is incredibly deep. Like, it gets you to the lore about a man who he works for the Yakuza, and he gets framed for the murder of his boss, and he has to fight through all these different types of struggles and whatnot to see to uncover how everything can happen and who's really responsible. And again, this game, aside from the deep story that it has and the gameplay that normally goes through with it, has got a whole bunch of mini games. The mini game set of this game is insane. It goes from everything from playing golf, baseball, bowling, to running into going to like hostess clubs. And the cool thing too is that a lot of these places that you see in the game is actually places that are based in real life. Kamurocho in the game is actually Kabukicho in Japan, and if you ever see any videos of Kabukicho and you've played the series, you'll see a lot of it is incredibly similar. Like, you probably wouldn't miss a single street. Like, that's how detailed it is, and a lot of the stores and food in the game is real. You know, unfortunately, Kiwami 2, Yakuza number 6, The Song of Life, and Yakuza Like a Dragon number 7 does not have dynamic intros such as these. But the game travels from, areas like Kabukicho to Osaka, and also to Okinawa here in this third game. And our main protagonist, he's a very honorable man, and he tries to do right by his people, but he's also trying to retire and escape from the life and settle down with raising this girl that had run into him in the first game, and a bunch of orphans at an orphanage that he was raised at. And he was because he himself was an orphan and was raised by a Yakuza member who he highly respects. As the games progress on to the fourth installment, you actually get to play multiple characters. Unfortunately, there are two games I don't own, and they are the Yakuza zombie game and the one that was exclusive only to Japan, which I really want to play. It's based in the past, and it looks so cool, but unfortunately I couldn't get it. So in this game here, you meet up with Taiga Saijima, who's a best friend of Goro Majima, who is your frenemy, your best frenemy from the very first game. And when the first game came out, honestly, it was in English only, the copy I had, and Goro Majima was voiced by Mark Hamill. It had some decent star power in there. Unfortunately, I can't remember the girl's name. She's and there's also the Akiyama becomes like a huge finance guy. He was a homeless man, and He becomes super rich just by his knowledge of how the banks work. And this is number 5. Another great game. At where you get to play multiple characters. You get to play as Kiryu, who's hidden from the world of the Yakuza. He's trying to just live a normal, behind the scenes life driving taxi cab, but he obviously gets caught up in the drama. And Haruka, the girl he raised, is growing up, and she's becoming an idol. So you get to do like dance competitions and whatnot. Akiyama's back, and he's pretty much taking care of Kamurocho and the homeless people now. And unfortunately, I don't remember the baseball player's name offhand, but if you guys want me to, I'll play these games again and do like highlights. But the baseball player, I love his story. He's such a fun character. There's Majima. Majima's also one of my favorite characters of the series. I love these dynamic intros. And here we are with Yakuza 0. This is a prequel to the whole series, and I believe this is what Kiwami, when they restarted the Yakuza series, was kicking off with. It's Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2, and then Yakuza 0. In this game, you're set back in the 80s in Japan during the economic bubble. So there's money's everywhere, you're Kiryu and Majima are young. Kiryu is a new up-and-comer as far as the Yakuza world goes. And Goro Majima, he's already established, but an incident that happened with Taika Saitama, his best friend, leads him to being drafted into running a host club, a cabaret club, honestly, and he does a very great job. In this game, he's much more down to earth and more human, versus in the other ones he's crazy and out of his mind. But you find out that it's all a play, because this man is extremely deep. And I honestly didn't think that he would have been as powerfully, emotionally powerfully driven as he actually is. He's a very, very, very well-written character. And now I have a hard time deciding between him and Kiryu to say who's really my favorite. Well, thank you for joining me. You guys have a great day.